Hey buddies, happy Thanksgiving. Of course, we celebrate it differently here in Canada. We are mainly concentrating on us burning down your White House. We have a cake, we set it on fire, it's shaped like a White House, and then we eat it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this huge week that's coming up. This is the huge season for Video Games Awesome. This is where we ramp up into daily shows, as you may have noticed from the last week. We're doing pretty much daily shows. This is our first day off in like 5 days. Tomorrow, Dishonored comes out. Retro City Rampage comes out. We probably won't play that until we can get all 5 of us together. I've had it for a week now, but I haven't played it because I'm saving it for the show. It's been torture. Worms Revolution comes out. We really want to play that. I've been meaning to play Worms on the show for a while now. And then we have all of our... The worst part of it is how many Halloween games happen at the same time. This one of the craziest release months of the year. The only one that's probably worse is November. Is coupled with our desire to do scary games during this month, retro and new. We pack it in, but man, would it be nice to have Halloween like 1 month earlier or something like that, so that we wouldn't have this overlap of crazy release month with scary month. But we'll manage. Our job's not that hard, I guess. We've been playing through The Walking Dead, and that brings me to what I wanted to talk about today too is Telltale Games. I'll link to it here. Just released a video that talks about the community's reaction to their latest episode, mainly the what the fuck, spoilers here, the what the fuck moment of Lily shooting Carly. And they played a bunch of community reactions, just some Let's Players and stuff like that. And I was like, are we going to be in there? Nah, we played it too late to be in there. This video was probably produced a couple weeks after the episode was released. And then it got me thinking because of what I said at the end of the last episode when everybody asked when we were going to play episode 4, would we play it as soon as it came out? And I kind of did a search on each of those Let's Players that Telltale featured in that video, and I would say like a good 70% of them played it like the day of release and had their entire Let's Play up by the next day. And I'll link to the video where I talked about episode 4 and how we weren't going to play it. I have kind of made this invisible... Even since a kid, I've been about making up... Everybody's been like this. You make up a rule that is just completely arbitrary, that you can't step on a crack, things like that. Well, that's carried over to adulthood for me. Like, I've made up this sort of arbitrary rule for myself that I feel that you shouldn't play through a game until it's like at least 2 weeks old, if not a month. The reason for that is, it's just an arbitrary number, but the reason for that is I feel like there should be some sort of window between the release time and the ability for the public to play it and actually buy it and pay for the game and give that company that made the game some profitability before we start making money off of it by doing a Let's Play and showing it off. Yes, there is some degree of promotion that we do for the game by playing it, and I imagine that they make a lot of sales that they probably wouldn't have had they not watched us play it on the show. A lot of people play it along with us, things like that. But Telltale specifically, I thought would be like one of the most staunchly opposed to people playing their game on release day and putting the entire story up online, because those games, besides the different choices you make, have like a very limited replayability. And if you've watched someone play it through before you've had a chance to buy it and play it yourself, you probably aren't going to be that inclined to play it yourself. And that's why I thought that it's very important that you wait on those games. But like I said, most of the Let's Players they featured had played it like the next day, and some of them really big ones too, like that would have a huge audience of people that I doubt lots of them bought the game, especially if they were watching the next day. Anyways, my point is it almost feels to me like it's a blessing from Telltale to say, go ahead, and play our games when you want, and do it whenever you want, because we don't care. Like, have at it. I'm still not going to do it. I'm going to give a good amount of time. I think it's a service to you guys to make sure that you've had a chance to play before you get stressed out that, oh my God, they're live today, but it's a game I haven't played yet. That said, we always do first looks on release day. That's completely different because we only play like through. If you saw our Borderlands 2 thing, we played into like the first like we did 3 hours of the show. Maybe it was 4 hours, but we only played into what a normal person would get done in like an hour. So we really didn't give up that much story. And that's what we tend to do. We derp around on our first looks, so you're not really, even if you haven't bought the game yet, you're probably not going to spoil it for yourself to watch our first looks. And I'd like you to keep that in mind for Dishonored that comes out tomorrow. I try to like just crack open the story, but then stop and as much as I can just derp around for the rest of the episode, kind of getting the intricacies of the game mechanics and just like talking about it and stuff like that. So that's how our first looks kind of go, and I guess that wraps up that topic. I'm excited for the season coming up. Wii U around the corner, and this is going to be insane. The amount of stuff that we have to do, the stuff that we have to play. So many things coming out. This week has Unfinished Swan, I think, coming out, too. It's a whole bunch of indie games. XCOM's coming out. I don't know if we'll first look that or not. I'm almost afraid to put it on my system because I get addicted by tactics games. Tactics games are probably my biggest vice when it comes to video games. I sunk so many hours into Civilization 5. It's kind of embarrassing. So that's what's coming up, and this is my little check-in with you. I'm going to try to do these a little more often, especially during the busy season here, give my thoughts. Should I give some wrap-up thoughts on the games we've been playing? I usually do them at the end of the episode, but Silent Hill 2, I loved, despite what some people thought. I reeled against the puzzles, riddles. That was my prejudice against riddles, not Silent Hill 2. Well, I mean, come on. Juicebox puzzle quest. That's pretty lame. Me and juice boxes, I don't know, they're juice boxes. Let's just get them out of it. Can we all agree to get juice boxes out of video games? And what else have we been playing? Jesus, it's just a blur. Oh, Assassin's Creed 2, we just popped open last night. Oh my god, what a beautiful, amazing game. Assassin's Creed 2, I'm so excited to keep playing. We've been playing The Walking Dead, which we are loving, and I think those types of games are perfect for the show. I can't wait to play some other Telltale games on the show. I don't think any of them really live up to the standard of The Walking Dead in terms of especially reactions, like crazy moments, but I hear Jurassic Park is all right. I think we'll have fun with it. And we've also been playing... Jesus, why can't I remember what we've been... Oh, Deadly Premonition. Which, keep in mind, if you're going to check out that playthrough, I'm really derping around at the beginning of this playthrough because I'm getting out of the way all of the quirky little intricacies that people do on their own when they play Deadly Premonition. And it's also giving people who want to play through the story ahead of me time to like go ahead. Because right now all I'm doing is just like side quests. I think the next episode, though, we start to really move our way into the meat of the story. So you have probably a good like few more days to if you can get a hold of a copy to play ahead. It would only take you a few hours to get where I am. And then coming up I'm still debating like to the last minute what we're going to cover for the rest of the month. Let me just bring up the schedule real quick. I'm really not sure. It like changes daily. Like I've got a lot of possibilities, but some things might get bumped. I think I told you guys on a show that Penumbra was on the list. I'm not sure that's... we're definitely going to play the Justine DLC, but Penumbra might get bumped because of some other like new releases coming out this month. Deadly Premonition will conclude, I hope, by the end of the month. We are going to do Grubbins on Ice near the end of the month. Because we loved Costume Quest, so we're going to play the DLC this year. Luigi's Mansion will happen at some point. We have 3 Minecraft episodes coming up this month, including the Pretty Scary Update show with Melly Baker set up a little orientation for us. We have a full-screen Minecraft show, Halloween-themed, and then we have a couch Minecraft show, Halloween-themed as well, closer to Halloween. All of those dates are up on our Facebook page. Retro City Rampage is going to be awesome. Showing trailer, I'm hoping, next Thursday. I'm working on it right now. 007 Legends is coming out this month. I'd like to give that a first look. We're going to, of course, do a TF2 Halloween show because they always do something big for Halloween. Maybe they won't this year. Maybe it'll get canceled. I doubt it. I imagine we haven't done a TF2 show in a while, so I'd like to do that. Dishonored, of course, tomorrow, and I think that's all I got down here. So, and I want to do at least one night of like smaller indie games that are scary, including Dead Pixels, and what's it called, Lone Survivor, and some other ones. But I think that's pretty much what we're covering this month. We got like total of 2 days off a week. If that. Well, it's not really. When I say 2 days off a week, I work through my days off because I'm getting all caught up with all the stuff that I don't do on days that we're shooting. That's about it. I'm going to continue drinking my coffee and get out of here before Becky gets back from her turkey trot. She's running 10K today before she comes home and makes a turkey, and she'll get mad at me if she sees that I'm working today. So I got to get my work done before she gets home. I love you guys. Goodbye, and stay spooky.